Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. You know, it's a shame that we live in a world where people are gutless and they don't want to tell the truth and they want to ask questions that they already know the answer to. And they're trying to play like they have concern, but in retrospect, if they really don't have concern, basically they're only speaking on basically a certain subject because the pressure was on and people were pointing out the obvious. And this is why I know that me and other people are making an impact. And it's funny, the smaller channels are the ones that, are making an impact because we're actually speaking about stuff that should be spoken about. And we're calling out a lot of the double standards. And shout out to guys like Harvey and LB. Please subscribe to LB's channel. He deserves 10,000 subscribers. Subscribe to Two Raw. Subscribe. Subscribe to those channels, please, as well as subscribing to mine, because at the end of the day, you're going to get the real, or I'm going to give you as close to the real as possible, But, here we go again with people trying to play stupid. Now that Ezra Miller has finally came forward and apologized for some of his horrendous actions, from possible kidnapping to starting the cold, assaulting people, having multiple restraining orders against him, allegedly trying to take people out. I mean, this dude has been arrested over 10 times. This guy has more street cred than half of these rappers out here, for real. Funny thing is, you know what? I'm gonna do a separate video about that, because that is gonna be an interesting topic, because I like spreading some of these topics out instead of clumping them up into one video. But in case you guys don't know, now fans are starting to ask questions about Ezra Miller and his apology. See, here's the thing: Ezra Miller was getting next to no press about a lot of his horrendous acts, because everybody, one, was so fixated on what happened with Will Smith. So now everybody's saying, hey, why was everybody coming down on Will Smith when Ezra Miller had multiple incidents? Well, we already know the reason why. And stop trying to play dumb. It's because of Will Smith melanin. Will Smith is black and Ezra Miller is a white boy, or whatever the fuck he refer to himself as, whatever he is, but he's white. We can at least agree on that. So people are starting to say, hey, now people are starting to admit and, get off their high horse and, the self-righteous, bandwagon about Will Smith, and saying, hey, you know what? This Will Smith, Chris Rock thing was blown out of proportion. The way we treated Will Smith, the way the media treated Will Smith, the way a lot of actors treated Will Smith was just ridiculous. And then I can tell you 2 reasons why people started to lay off of Will Smith. When what happened to Sasheen Littlefeather came out, and how you had a 6'4" white man trying to run up on a lady who ain't no taller than 5'5", and then you had her being threatened and taunted, and you know what I'm saying, how they covered that up. So they was like, okay, maybe it's time to move on. Then you had Warner Brothers announcing that they still are going to go forward with the Flash movie. They just pushed it back. Then you hearing about Will Smith getting several projects put on hold. But Will Smith, from what I have heard, that Will Smith will be back in front of the camera real soon. So I hear that he has a couple of projects coming up, and I heard that they're going to try to get production underway for Bad Boys 4 at the end of the year. So Bad Boys 4 is moving forward. But, you had a lot of people calling for Will Smith to be canceled, which I said Will Smith can't be canceled. But you didn't hear nobody calling for Ezra Miller. Like I said, all you got to do is type up Ezra Miller's name, and you would just see all kind of shit pop up. But the purity police and the self-righteous people who wanted to lay down the law with Will Smith, they ignored Ezra Miller. And don't nobody come on here saying, hey, well, I don't think race had nothing to do with it. What else was the reasoning behind how Will Smith was treated versus Ezra Miller? You didn't see CNN covering Ezra Miller, all his incidents. Ezra Miller then got into it with police. But yet, if a black person or a black celebrity tweets anything about the police, then here everybody come. Then they'll try to tell you, hey, let's not make this a race thing. Well, I'm making it a race thing because that's what it is. So please stop trying to play dumb. You know damn well why Ezra Miller didn't get the type of publicity that Will Smith got. Like I said, the whole infrastructure of mainstream media is to, whenever they get a chance or when opportunity presents itself, is to demonize black people and particularly black men. So that's your answer. Stop playing dumb. You know what the fuck it is. Don't be trying to say, oh, well, I wonder what I don't, I'm just curious. Well, if you really gonna try to speak on something, be real about it. Call it out. You don't help solve the problem by trying to pretend like you don't know what the problem is. You know what the damn problem is. So yeah, stop being fake. It's your boy Town Biz, man. I'm out.